Hello my beautiful viewers, so today's video has actually been requested several times and it's on how to do a fishtail braid on yourself. So I know sometimes it can be a little harder doing things on yourself as opposed to doing it on someone else. So it just basically takes a lot of practice and just getting the technique down. Just holding your fingers can become a little, or holding the hair in your hands is the tricky part. So in the video I'll actually show you different tips and tricks that have helped me along the way, and I'm super excited to be able to share these with you guys. I also record the same video from different angles so that you can maybe get a better sense as to what it is I'm doing, and I'll also show you how it is I do more of a thicker fishtail braid as opposed to a thinner one. The thicker the sections are, the more it looks like a regular traditional braid, and then the thinner the sections are, the more it starts to look like a zipper or like a just more like a fishtail braid, I guess. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. It was super fun making it for you guys, and if you do, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and to share the video. You guys have no idea how much it helps me out and how much I appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, let's get started. You want to make sure that you're working on tangle-free hair, and sometimes adding a little bit of product to your hair can make this entire process a little easier as well. So as you can see, I'm bringing all the hair over to one side just because I like mine on the side. Then I'm going to go ahead and divide it into 2 equal sections. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take a small bundle of hair from one of the 2 sections, place it over that one and into the adjacent section. As you're working, you want to make sure that all of the hair is laying flat because it's really hard to go back and fix things afterwards. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side, and it's kind of hard to tell from the video, but I'm actually using my other index finger to keep the sections separated so that the hair doesn't get mixed in with one another. Then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side, only this time I'm taking a section that's a bit smaller, and I'm going to continue to take smaller sections because I wanted a more defined braid in this case. As you're working, you want to make sure that you're keeping the hair nice and tight and that you're making sure it's laying flat. Alright, so let's watch this from another angle now. As you can see here, I'm making sure that the hair is laying flat, and I'm also dividing it into 2 equal sections. Next, I'm using my index finger to separate that little bundle off to the side and place it over that section and into the other one. As you can see, I'm using my index fingers a lot. I use these for basically everything, not only to grab those little bundles of hair, but to make sure that the 2 sections stay separated as well. I'd like to point out the difference in size between the 2 pieces of hair that I'm taking from each side. As you can tell at the beginning, they were much bigger, and that's because I've found that it makes the entire process a little easier if I take bigger sections at the beginning. And after that, I'm taking smaller sections because I want my fishtail braid to be a lot more defined. So now you're just going to go ahead and continue to do the same thing all the way down, making this a very repetitive process, and in theory it's not a very difficult hairstyle to master, but holding the hair I think is the trickiest part. So now I'm actually going to go ahead and share with you some of my favorite tips and tricks that have helped me master this hairstyle, and I'm hoping that they benefit and help all of you as well. As I previously mentioned, your index fingers are going to pretty much become your best friends, but your thumbs can actually be pretty helpful as well. As you can see here, I'm using my thumbs to keep the braid tight and from loosening up in any way, so that's super helpful. I know at the beginning I wasn't doing that at all, so my braid just kept loosening up, the hair was falling out and stuff because I was still holding my hair the same way I had been holding it at the beginning of the braid. So something I'd like to point out is that the technique does change slightly as you start working your way down the braid. So the concept and the idea remains the same, but the way you hold your hair changes slightly. So once you're finished braiding, you want to go ahead and tie everything off with an elastic, and that pretty much completes this look. You can either choose to leave it this way or mess the braid up, which is what I'm going to go ahead and show you next. You can choose to skip these next steps because the fishtail braid is beautiful just the way it is, but I know that the flatter, wider fishtail braid is a much more popular look, so now I'm going to go ahead and show you how you can achieve that look as well. So you're basically just going to start tugging and pulling at the sides of the braid until you get your desired effect. After tugging and pulling, however, you might start noticing that the bottom of the braid is getting very tight. So the top is loosening up, but the bottom is getting really crowded and tight. So what you can do is actually move the elastic down slightly, just a bit, without having it come off at all. That's what I'm showing you there. As you can see, it's really tight and curved at the bottom. So I'm just going to go ahead and move the elastic down now, and that should fix that problem. Another way of loosening the braid up is by holding the braid down, by holding it at the bottom and then pulling upwards, and that should do a very good job as well, and that just lets you be a little bit more precise as to where it is you want to loosen up the braid exactly. And so yeah, that pretty much concludes this hair tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I have several other videos that have to do with braids and stuff. You can also see how it is I've changed up my hairstyles. I've gone from super blonde to dark to super blonde highlighted hair to now red hair. So if you want to check all of that out, I'll go ahead and provide some of those links down below. Make sure to click on those and check out some of my other videos. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share as well. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.